Yo, 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 welcome to another episode of the Mill Experience Overtime. I'm here with my man Craig and my boy Vic, man. What's up, guys?
So,
Guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate you guys' support. You keep liking, subscribing, man. We can bring more content to you. Vic, what we got today, baby?
all right. Guess we can call this the Super Bowl edition of the Miller Springs Overtime. Just say what you got to. I tell you what, the only thing I basically enjoyed about the Super Bowl is the game itself. I love the game, the commercials. It was
That
kind of
Arnold Schwarzenegger commercial was pretty
the
funny, man.
Oscar was pretty fun, but everything else just seemed like they weren't even trying. So
Yeah, yeah.
halftime show. I love Usher. It was good to see Ludacris and all the other, you know, fans from my era. It lets me know that they're still alive.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I'm sorry, but the game was a game.
The first half wasn't. The second half was remarkable. I love it. It kept me on my toes. It kept me awake. Because I ain't gonna lie, I was falling asleep the first half.
Yeah. The first
highlights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I called the recap of the game.
Oh, you didn't watch the whole thing?
No.
Why not? Why not?
Because I thought the 49ers was going to win, and I didn't want to see it.
Hey, you sound like a true light-skinned Cowboy fan.
You already know it. Hey, that's the Cowboy nemesis. No.
Hey, I respect it. I respect that. I probably would have felt the same way if Detroit was in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. With Pat, hey, Detroit screwed themselves. They're coaching.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Yeah.
49ers screwed themselves too in the Super Bowl. They screwed themselves. Then they're gonna get rid of my boy Steve Wilkes today.
Yeah.
He ain't had nothing to do with that. That was all on Shanahan.
Yep.
Shanahan, let me ask you a question. You're an NFL head coach. How in the hell do you not know the rules of overtime?
Thank you. And you think this is a change?
You're getting paid handsomely to know something as simple. Because I was the same way. If you watch Inside the NFL, when during the overtime, when the 49ers said they wanted the ball, I was like, they want the ball. And Patrick Mahomes said the same thing on the sideline. He said, "Oh my God, they're getting the ball." You know what I'm saying? They getting the ball first. You do not want the ball first in overtime, man. Not in the Super Bowl.
Not the way the rule is. I mean, especially since it's a new rule to change. That's not something you will go over like every day of the season. Hey, listen, we got new rule. Hey, this is the rule right here. And I definitely wouldn't admit it in a national television. I would act, even if I didn't know, I'll act like
I would have said that in my grave. I ain't gonna lie, because they look stupid. I would have took that to my grade. The players make their coaches look stupid. I would have said that behind doors. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one of my family members would have tweeted out or something that I said that, but I didn't hear it come out my mouth.
Yeah, put in a tell-all book or something, man. But no.
Yeah, man.
How do you not know?
Yes,
exactly.
And not to mention, your coaches should have been in your ear saying, "What are you doing?"
Yes.
That's what they paid for.
Now, granted, I wish they did go back to the old rule: whoever scored first wins, because that makes the game even more interesting. Defense is going to step they play up even more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right.
But they did that because of Patty Mahomes. Because what happened to a couple years ago in the Buffalo game? That's the only reason why they did it. Patty's the new Tom Brady. He's the new Jesus on cleats.
Yeah, we're gonna rewrite rules, because of what happened to you.
That young man, and you talked about what'd you say, game manager versus game what?
Game changer.
He's a game changer.
Yeah, he's a game changer. He is.
His players be covered, and he trying to make a play. He has a big arm.
Yeah.
And that last play where he looked the defenders off and just threw that little.
Yeah. Let's get into that real quick.
Yeah. Talk about game manager versus game changer. Guess what? Get our next topic here. Yeah, Cam Newton kind of tipped off when he talked about their game managers and their game changers. And I was looking at the game and thinking about it. I'm like, this is what the game was. It was a game manager and Brock Purdy versus a game changer, because it seemed to me like every time that the 49ers need a touchdown, they got a field goal. But when Kansas City need a touchdown, they got a touchdown. So, yeah, I think Patrick Mahomes, the game changer. Brock Purdy, he's a game manager, which this is his first full year as a starter. Right. So he's basically a rookie. He's basically a rookie. So if you have a rookie as a game manager, that's a good thing. Otherwise, he's throwing interceptions everywhere and giving the game away. So
I'll tell you, it's about where it's hard. In that offense, the way it looks, a quarterback, someone who came out of college, reading a defense, knowing the throws, you can play in that system because someone's always open.
Talking about the 49ers
Shanahan's offense.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Shanahan's offense, someone's always open. And you got players that you can throw a 2-yard hitch and they can take it to the house.
Yeah. But let me say this.
He's not lacking in anything. Tight end, he got one of the best.
Yeah.
Slot receivers, he got one of the best. Wide receivers, he got 2 of the best. He's not lacking.
I feel like you're right. I feel like in NFL game, every quarterback is a game manager. What makes it to the game changer standpoint, fourth quarter, when it's time for you to step up, that's when you become a game changer. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what Patrick Mahomes is. He's a game manager in the first quarter. Huh?
Yeah, the game manager, don't turn over the ball. Don't give them a short field.
Don't lose the game.
Exactly. For the fourth quarter, 1 minute 35 seconds. You gave that too many times. You gave him too much time. That's like Tom Brady.
Yeah.
You gave that motherfucker
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers had it. Them last 2 years, man. I ain't know. I love him, man. I don't know. Them last 2 years, man.
He beat the Cowboys. He beat the Cowboys. He give him 20 seconds.
Hey, Green Bay
going down the field.
2 teams Green Bay own. We own the Cowboys and we own the Bears.
Patrick Mahomes is the game changer.
Yeah.
He's a game changer. He's a big kid. He reads the defense well. He's not going to make too many mistakes. When he's getting sacked back there, it's because he's still looking down that field to make a play.
Yeah.
You got some guys running for their life. He's looking to make a play.
So what's your thoughts on what's his name? Lamar Jackson. Game manager or game changer?
I think he's a little of both.
Yeah.
But his last game did not show game changer.
Yeah.
Throughout the season, he was a game changer.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he wasn't putting up spectacular numbers. It's just he was winning games.
Yeah.
I
hope, man. I want to see him get one. I want to see him get one. I hope people.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Are you gonna be like Dan Marino?
Yeah.
Yeah. What else you got, Vic?
Yeah. One more Super Bowl related topic. Talk about coaching. Andy Reid now has 3 Super Bowls. First time back-to-back in over 20 years. Bill Belichick has 6 Super Bowls. And I did a little research here. And Andy Reid has had basically 4 starting quarterbacks in his coaching career. Donovan McNabb, Michael Vick, Alex Smith, and Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
His winning percentage overall is about 64% in the regular season, 64% in the postseason. Bill Belichick has basically he's had Tom Brady for most of his career, They had very similar numbers, 64% in the regular season, 61% in the postseason. Now, although Bill Belichick has more Super Bowls, Andy Reid has had similar success over multiple quarterbacks. And Bill Belichick doesn't have a job right now. So who's the better coach?
Andy Reid.
My argument would be
Andy Reid. I pick Andy Reid.
Yeah.
I don't know why the Eagles got rid of him.
I didn't understand that either. I honestly did.
I think it was more like just frustration of just kind of just when you're so close, you get frustrated and think all we gotta do is make this one little change, and that one little change can be the wrong change, and it can set you back. And because
the reason why I say Andy Reid, the reason why I say Andy Reid because he's willing to adapt.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. He's willing to adapt with his quarterback. He's willing to appease to the strengths of his quarterback versus Bill Belichick. This is what it is. This is what we're gonna do. But when you take an offensive, when you take a defensive coordinator and turn it to an offensive coordinator, that tell you a lot about the coach right there.
Right. It's gonna be my way or no way.
Exactly.
My way or the highway. Whereas Andy Reid is gonna play to the strength of his players.
Exactly.
More importantly, his quarterback.
Exactly.
You know, he made Alex Smith look amazing.
Yeah. Alex Smith was like a bus in San Fran.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was like a bus. He went there when he got hold of Alex Smith. That was Pat Mahomes before. Not Pat Mahomes, but he was to that level where everybody expected Alex Smith to be when he got drafted to the 49ers.
Yeah, Andy Reid won 66% of his games with Alex Smith as quarterback.
Yeah.
The only time he was below 50 was we had Michael Vick as quarterback.
Yeah.
It's something to be said about the fact that he has had 4 quarterbacks and been successful with 4.
Exactly.
Whereas when you look at Belichick, he's had one quarterback, and then when he got another, he doesn't even know if he want to play him the next game. He's sitting him down in the second half.
Yep.
And at one point, he didn't have an offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
See what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I mean, that's just.
And that's why he can't find a job, man. Only thing want to deal with that mess, man.
Yeah, and no one was really talking about, this team is interviewing Bill Belichick. What team you gonna go to?
When they say Atlanta was talking to him, I'm like, that ain't gonna work out.
No.
Bill Belichick don't even sound right. No. Bill Belichick in Atlanta. No. That don't even sound right.
They're probably about you like a first grader. Do you want to coach over here? Check yes or no.
No, right. And the truth be told, he looked like going to be somebody offensive or defensive coordinator when you've been a coach and a GM.
Yeah,
that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, it's not gonna. Yeah,
no.
I wouldn't even want to be my defensive coordinator.
No. Because at some point, y'all gonna butt heads because he's gonna say, "I've done this for years. I've won such and such a many Super Bowls." You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I have these in my. What do you have?
Yep.
You know? So I got a head coach dominant as my defensive coordinator, telling me what I should and shouldn't do.
Yep. That's crazy, man. That's wild. That is wild. Man, what's up with Clyburn, man? I heard he stepped it down.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he is. And I thought he was going to do it when Pelosi did it. But he decided to stick around, which he should. It was a good thing that he did because he brings that leadership and decorum. He can rein people in. Let's not do that. The way Nancy used to do it with the big 3 or whatever they are. Or call themselves the women pack that they have. She was able to say, "Hey, come to my office. Calm down." He needed to be there because that younger generation who felt like they could say anything or do anything, it lacks decorum, and you need that. You look at the party now that's just saying things that they truly been wanting to say for years. They're doing things that they've wanted to do for years. And they have people in their party that's jumping ship, that's leaving. They don't believe that things are going to go back to norm where there's decorum.
Yeah.
And people can, have spirited debate and still have a conversation afterwards and still respect one another and be decent human beings.
Yeah.
It's now where they go into their own corner. It's like that horseshoe. You start out here, you want to get together, but then you come on back and you're separated.
Yeah.
I think the current state of politics is really frustrating people like Jim Clyburn, who's trying to being the voice of reason. Sometimes that can kind of frustrate you because you're trying to be the voice of reason, and the folk around you ain't listening to reason, and it's getting harder and harder to make them listen to reason. And
it makes your job that much more harder, and it becomes a job as opposed to something you really want to do, and that's to help your constituents. To help the country.
But they say he's still running, right? He's still going to run, correct?
Oh, they say as of now, he's still going to be in the House, but he's just stepping down from leadership roles, like Nancy did. Nancy stepped down from leadership roles, but they're still state bearers. I mean, people are still going to come to them when they want to get something done.
Yeah.
Like when Biden came here, who did he call up on to be in Columbia with him? Clyburn.
Yeah.
They say he's the kingmaker, if you will. But
Clyburn, man, trying to get in contact with you, man. Holler at me.
Yeah, come on. Love to have you. But yeah, so that voice.
I put in for a couple of phone calls because I'd like to know, hear what he has to say.
Yeah.
I can't go through other people who has his information.
I know.
Mess that up.
I know. Same here. I know. It's all good though. You know how it is.
Oh yeah, it'll come through.
Yeah, you know how it is. Yeah. So you guys watch. Go ahead.
I'd like to get Corey Ramsey on here. I'm gonna call him.
Oh, yeah, please do.
All right.
Out of Bamberg, you guys will be impressed with him. He's extremely sharp.
Yeah. Most definitely. Man, I'm down with that. I'm down with that. Let's talk to him. Yeah. If you want to get him on next Thursday, we can do that.
Yeah, I'll put a call into him. I have his number. You know that.
Okay. All right. So both you guys saw the Shannon Sharp and Monique video conversation. What was you guys' thoughts on that?
Victor.
She's just basically describing, unfortunately, what happens to a lot of people in show business where everybody's trying to undercut everybody and everybody's trying to get you cheap or being blackballed for whatever reason. And I saw parts of it. And yeah, I mean, she just I think we're now in the era where people between her and Cat Williams just shine the light of what goes on behind these closed doors. And and what you see, how you get to see what you see. Let me put it that way.
Yeah. The part of it that captured my attention the most, that actually I wanted to share, was when she said that Black women have always heard Black men ain't shit from their mothers, their grandmothers, their aunts, their sisters. And she said that's all they've ever heard.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have to be reprogrammed when they find a good man, or someone who they feel is a good man. They have to reprogram themselves. The men, more importantly, have to say, hey, whatever you heard back then, throw that away.
Rock away.
Throw that out. Yeah. Thanks.
But that's what the women who were slaves were taught. Your men aren't shit. They ain't shit.
And obviously, it was carried that on for generation to generation to generation to generation till now, man. Yeah.
And I tell you, life is full of habits and skill sets. And if you're taught that men ain't nothing, you build that skill set just dealing with men on the basis of they ain't nothing. So you end up picking men that ain't ish. And then you fool around and get a good man. You gotta learn a whole new set of skills. Because the way you talk to that man, you gotta talk to him the same way. You ain't gonna put up with the same kind of stuff. I mean, totally different skill set.
My guy Michael J. White, he made a good statement. He said a lot of women, they so used to losing, they don't even know when they won.
No.
Meaning when they get a good man, they don't even know how to treat that man. They don't even know what to do because they so used to being screwed.
Yeah. Because that stigma is so strong. It's embedded.
Yeah. But my thing is, I always wonder, man. And when women say that, I hear women say that, but then I look at them and I see how they carry themselves, and I'm like, well, if you kind of change your ways a little bit, because you only getting what you attract.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you treating yourself, like for instance, social media, if you're out here showing your body off, you're going to attract a certain type of man. If you speak in a certain way, you're going to attract a certain type of man.
Yeah.
A lot of men, but I'm to the age, man, I'm married, but I'm to the age like, yo, when I see some of these women talking on social media, I'm like, yeah, that's something ignorant. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, first of all, two things go through, and they got kids. Two things go through my mind. Who raised you and who had made a baby with you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Who laid down with you?
Yeah, who laid down with you? I'm like, because you just sound childish, ignorant. The pictures you post, I'm like, man, you my woman, you ain't posting that.
Yeah.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
What are you trying to attract?
Huh?
Yeah. What are you trying to attract?
Well, what are you trying to attract and who you trying to attract?
Yeah.
It definitely ain't me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's one that women are being told out of mindset. They're being told that they don't need a man. And the need doesn't, not as in if I have one, I ain't nothing or I'm helpless without one, but when you see you need something, then you're willing to fit the requirements of what that thing requires. So if I need a car, or if I need a certain type of car, I got to meet certain requirements, an income. What if I need a house or a certain kind of house? There's some things I got to do to qualify for it. When women being told that they don't need a man, and then that really goes off into, I'm not going to learn about a man. I'm not going to learn how to talk to a man. I'm not going to learn what a man wants. So we set up this messed up area where women are allowed to have all the requirements she wants for a man, but the man's not allowed to have any requirements for the woman whatsoever. So she can put herself in her mind, she can just put herself into any kind of state she wants. She can just have random children from any old dude, and she's required, and a good man's required to honestly just in her mind just take it. But good men to see that and like they'll run.
Yeah.
So,
and they keep saying chivalry is dead, but every time you try to do something, I don't need no man. I don't need no man. I can open my own door. I can get my own car. I can pay my own bills.
Today I took my wife out for lunch today, and we was walking to a car. I didn't even know the old lady was behind me, man. And I do this all the time. Anybody that know me, I do this all the time. My wife, I open up the door for her. I close the door. The lady stopped me and said, "Young man, your mama raised you right." She said, "I do not see that anymore."
Yeah.
I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm like, well, dang, I thought everybody do this, man. You know what I'm saying?
No. One time I was with my dad, my mom, my brother, all three of us. All three was, and then that was driving the car, and we pulled into the parking lot. We got out of the car, three men. We were walking, and we stopped for a moment, and we're like, "Where's mom?" Mom's waiting in the car.
Wait for somebody.
Three of us men. And none of us opened the door. She just sat there like,
oh yeah.
And you know what's a trip? You know what's a trip? My daughter's people, I ain't really recognize it till one day when we was in Florida. My daughter's peeping it because now they just stand by the door and they wait till I open.
There we go.
Which I love it. So, ladies, you talking trash about men. Remember, if you got kids, your kids watching what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whether you realize it or not, they watching what you're doing.
Impressionable.
Yeah.
They're taking everything in.
Yeah.
And they'll say, like, my little sister, she says, I like the way my brother treats women.
Mm-hmm.
With respect.
That's good. That's good. Yep.
I'm a mother. And every day of my life, I always want to make sure that I please her.
Yes.
Knowing that she raised me right.
Yes. 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 It feels good, don't it? It feels good, don't it? It feels good, don't it?
It does.
You know?
It does.
That makes me feel good when I hear when women come to my mom and tell, you know, older women come tell my mom, you know, you raise a king. That one lady told my mom, you raised the king. He treats people right. Well respect. I treat the janitor like the CEO, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You never know who you're talking to. You never know who you're talking
100%.
to. You treat everybody. 100%. Now, I could bring the same energy. You come with that mofo, I can come with that mofo too. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I just bring the energy you bring to me. You bring respect to me, I'm gonna bring it right back to you. But if you come at me with that mess, I'm gonna bring it right back to you.
And I know how to treat you.
I'm a Christian, but I ain't all the way there yet. I ain't all the way there. He's still doing some work
working at it. We work at it every day. What do they say?
Yeah, we work at it every day, man. A little bit of Excalibur come out of me every blue moon, but you know, sometimes people deserve it. And some people, you know,
Well, your line of profession, that goes without saying.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they definitely come out during that time. Definitely. Yeah.
Man, the amount of restraint you have to show. You understand? The amount of restraint you have to show if you didn't have the people in your life to guide you, to know God, and to understand, you know, that people are going to have bad days, and they should not be judged on their worst day of their life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I remember one time I had this guy, I had a DUI. Locked the guy up. I was talking to him the whole ride, taking him to jail. You know, you could tell he was upset, but I told him, like, you know, everybody make mistakes, man. You know, just make this your first and your last dealing with this. You know what I'm saying? With drinking and driving. So we get to court. The judge asked him how he plead. He said, well, Your Honor, I want to plead not guilty, but the trooper was so nice to me. He wasn't, you know, mean to me the whole ride. He talked to me, he motivated me. He said, I'm going to plead guilty.
Don't let him have to come back to court.
Yeah.
Did you tell him? You don't let him have to come back to court. Let's go ahead and take care of this now. Yeah. And people understand a mistake is an event. It's not your identity.
Exactly. I could have been the same predicament as you, man. I just ain't get caught.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Mistakes, I mean, just don't make it a habit. That's all.
Exactly. And like I said before in other episodes, that's why I went in law enforcement, man. I wanted to be that change, man, because there been certain events in my life dealing with law enforcement. I didn't like how I was being treated. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like nobody should be treated, especially if you're innocent. You know, if you ain't doing anything, but they still treating you like you're a criminal. So that's why I got into law enforcement. I didn't have a record. I like, yo, I'm gonna be that change, man. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
I'll tell you, when I went through that process, I was coming back from South Carolina for my father's funeral, and I was beat. I was tired trying to get home.
Yeah.
Patrol stopped me, and he said, "Why are you speeding?" I said, "I'm just coming home from my father's funeral. I'm trying to get back. I have to go to this oral interview tomorrow." He said, "Oh, you going through the process?" I said, "Yes, sir, I am." He said, "Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not gonna mess that up for you. Just 75.
Yeah.
Have a good night."
Well, let me tell you, I had a South Carolina State student. I pulled him over one night, and he was speeding. But I saw the open container in his car, so I rolled from open container. I really ain't think much of it. And at the time, I didn't think that could be on his record. So when we got to court, I gave him a break on speeding. But then I told him, I'm gonna sue the open container. So the judge looked at me and said, he a college student. I'm like, okay. I ain't still ain't thinking much. So she kind of paused court and we talked. She was like, you know this gonna go on his record. I'm like, really? She was like, yeah. So I looked at him. I said, hey man, what's your classification? He said, I'm a senior. So this time it's like February. So he's graduating in May. I said, you graduating in May? He like, yes, sir. I said, all right, man. I said, here's an early graduation gift. I'm gonna drop this, man. I said, I don't want this on your record. That's gonna give an employer an excuse not to hire your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I said, that don't make me regret it. I said, don't make me regret it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I said, happy. He thanked me. He thanked me because I ain't trying to hear nobody up. All I want to know is that you learn. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just don't do it again. That's it.
Wish there were more people in law enforcement like that, as opposed to, thinking that they're supposed to stump on your neck.
Yeah. It's a learning experience, man. You're just supposed to, like certain things I can't help you out with. DUIs, ain't nothing I can do about that. I can't. But something small like that, man, it's going to hinder your life, possibly your career over. Man, I've been 18, I was 19. I've done some stupid stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? I just ain't get caught. So I'm not gonna mess this man's life up. He going to school, graduating college in a couple months, possibly have a good career. As employees see this on his record, then they'll hire him. No, I'm not. I can't have that on my conscience, man. I can't have that on my conscience. Yeah.
And I tell you, unfortunately, a lot of the tickets come based on the hue or pigmentation of one's skin.
Oh yeah. He's already a black male, and now they're gonna see he had an open container in the car. Nah, we ain't hiring this cat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He already got strikes against him by being. Unfortunately, by being.
He already got the strikes by being black. I mean, just being honest.
Right. Now, again, I'm not trying to put that stigma out there on a continuous basis, but the truth is truth. When you speak pragmatically, then you stand by it.
Yeah.
And the numbers show it.
Yeah.
There's statistics out there that show it.
Yeah.
Disproportionately, blacks are treated different. Well, people of color are treated differently.
Yeah.
And it came to a point in my life. I didn't want to believe that, but being 40 years old and going through some things. I mean, that's young compared to others, man. But you see it. You see it. You just treat it differently. Certain positions you want to get, you kind of see you're not going to get it, and you don't get it. And you're more qualified and you better than the person that got it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's going to happen. And then there are times that they'll put you in a position of management because they need that another.
They need it. Yep.
If you will.
Yep.
But one mistake. You see?
Yeah.
You see, I gave him a chance.
You can't do the same dumb stuff.
And on side note, I got a question to ask y'all. Y'all seen them Nikki Haley commercials?
I'll try.
No. Look at Trump, man. Yo. They got Trump looking like he got one foot in the grave, man, on the commercial. Hey, whoever Nikki Haley team is, good job, man, because they got that man looking terrible, man.
When he doesn't have on Agent Orange.
Yes. It been one Nikki Haley commercial. They had Trump, and he looked like he just got out of bed and just threw something on, man.
Look, shuffled.
Yes. Me and my wife laugh every time we see the commercial. I say, damn, Nikki getting on him, bro. She's getting on him, man.
Did y'all hear about the thing where some of the people say that he has a distinct odor about him?
Oh, I believe it. He look like he smell like hot dog water.
I ain't hear that, but
yeah, look it up. Look it up, man. They say he has a distinct odor.
That's what he looked like. Yeah, I believe that. I mean, that man, how old is Trump? He's 70? How old is he?
What is he? 77, 75?
Man, look at them Nikki Haley commercials, man. I'm telling you, that dude, like, he got one foot in the grave.
Oh, Nikki not giving up.
Nikki know what she doing, man. She trying to put that persona out there. He too old. You know? That's what she doing. She putting that persona out there. He's too old, man. Hey.
Right.
So do y'all think he made a comment about Nikki Haley's husband?
Oh.
Where is he? And that's kind of like a big deal because he's in the military or whatever. Do y'all think he really knows or he doesn't know? Or what you think? What's your thoughts on that?
Who, about Trump knowing that he's in the military?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
For some reason, he don't have respect for the military. For my opinion.
Yeah. And that's why I question how someone in the military can say that they want Trump back in the
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah.
He lied that he gave them a raise, which he didn't.
Yeah.
But he's already said he don't like when people are captured, like what's his name, McCain.
Yeah. He called him a coward, right? For getting captured, something like that. Right?
Yeah. Right. And he talks about these military veterans, their family members, people who are captured or killed. I mean, he just
disrespect. Man.
Disrespect. Yeah, very disrespectful. Yeah. So I cannot see being in the military and for this guy.
Yeah.
Yet he will try to use them to overturn an election.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand? Because if he could have, he would have. Because someone told him to use bring the National Guard up.
Yeah, bring the National Guard and see these voting machines. And...
Yeah. That man is dangerous to our democracy.
Yeah.
He's extremely dangerous.
I agree.
And he said it. He talked about if NATO, and which I believe that NATO, they should pay, our allies should pay their fair share as it relates to defense. But don't say if they don't, I'm going to tell Russia to attack them, if I can, for lack of a better word, allow, or he's going to encourage or something like that for Russia to attack them. They're called allies for a reason. You know?
Yeah. That sounds like a child.
I mean, they showed the other day, I saw it the other day, where they show President Biden record on the things that he got put past. And I didn't realize it was that much. I always, try to stay on top of it. But, man, he has had a lot of victories, if you will.
Yeah. Give people some examples that people that don't know. I'm sure a lot of people don't know. Yeah.
The student loan forgiveness.
Yeah, that's one. My sister-in-law love that. They got theirs done.
Yeah. What was it? The what is it? Infrastructure. Climate. Something to do with trade. It was several. I have to look them up, and next time we talk, I'm gonna have them.
Okay, exactly. Exactly.
Because there are so many things that he got through that people don't talk about.
Yeah,
like student loan forgiveness for one. Let's talk about that. He couldn't get it through Congress, so he's doing it based on executive order. And I say it like this: the Republicans push out there, no, we shouldn't have to pay for other people's loans. We shouldn't have to pay for their school, their education. Other industrialized countries have free education.
Yeah.
And they're so far above us. So when we say, and then your taxes aren't going to go up. Here's the thing. For all those people who work in Congress, they get a paycheck based on what? Tax? Our tax money? That's how they get paid, correct? Okay. Let's say I don't want to pay them. I don't want to pay for you to be my my legislator because I didn't vote for you. You understand? So because you didn't know these people who went through college, then you feel like you shouldn't have to pay for it. Well, I don't know you guys that we're paying for to put laws in place. and laws that I don't agree with.
Mm-hmm.
So why should I have to pay for you?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
Trump's trying now to get his daughter-in-law or ex-daughter-in-law in charge of the RNC because that person who is leaving, and they saying if he get her in there, then he'll get all the money that goes to the PACs for the RNC to pay for his legal fees.
Let me tell you something about Trump.
And let me also say this about the student loan forgiveness. A lot of the Republicans that were complaining about it had their PPP loans forgiven. So loan forgiveness is great for them,
right?
But for everybody else,
and truthfully, a lot of them didn't really need it per se.
Yeah.
Talking
about the PPP loans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a want. And then you're going to ask for it to be forgiven anyway.
Speaking of PPP loans, that's a good topic. What do you guys think of these people that, first of all, when the PPP loans came out, how do you guys feel about it? I thought it was a setup. I didn't mess with it.
A lot of people thought it was a setup, but it was a necessary evil.
Yeah.
And I say that because we had to get the economy going.
Yeah.
People weren't going to be able to buy things if they didn't have the money.
Yeah.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And when the Democrats were pushing it, the Republicans weren't for it until Donald Trump said he was for it. Donald Trump had his own reasonings. Donald Trump knew that the people that were sending him money didn't have the money to send, but if he can give them this money, then they'll send some money.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
His name on the check.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
that money was needed. Unfortunately, so many people used it in the wrong way.
Yeah.
And it kind of did the opposite effect, if you will. It created a logjam of supply and demand. People were buying things.
That, though. He had to know that, man. He had to know people. Come on, dude. Especially us.
But we had to do it to stimulate the economy. Yeah. You understand? It was a necessary
evil. That stuff it was a setup. I said, man, I ain't doing no. I said, I've been good all this time. I can go ahead and keep surviving, man. I said, no.
I mean, I understand people saying this. I don't like that word because nobody made you fill out a false business or fill out paperwork and lie and say you've been in business for 2 years. Nobody made you do that.
Right.
So your dumb behind is going to submit this thing to the IRS. You don't think they ain't got no way to go back and check it on the back end? I mean, it's like you were saying, Craig, we had to do it, and they did it in a way to where you didn't need like a professional accountant to feed through, all the laws, and they made it slick and easy so that people who need it hopefully could get it quickly. But they went on the back end because they got all that paperwork. I mean, white collar crime is all paperwork. So they're going to go back and buy and sign the bill to increase the statute of limitations and stuff like that up to 10 years. So whoever lied to get them PPP loans, the IRS has got 10 years to catch you. So if you don't think they're going down that list.
My mistake. I was talking about the stimulus. The stimulus money.
The stimulus.
The PPP was more for people who were in business who had people that they needed to pay for.
Yeah.
And someone made them up. You understand? Nobody asked you to do that. And now they're coming for you.
Yeah.
You know they're gonna come find the money.
That's what because when they was doing that out, we just started the mill experience, right? Vic, we just started.
We just started, yeah.
I could have put in for it, man, but I'm like, no, I ain't no, I ain't doing it. No.
Because you think about it, you would have to go in and prove if they come back and audit or whatever you have to go in and prove that, let's say, Vic, you were paying Vic a certain amount of money prior to this.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
Instead of saying, I was paying him $2,000.
And I think that's why I didn't do it. So we just started out.
I was paying him $2,000 a week. All right. Let's see those checks prior to this event happening.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the people in Congress were, they forged a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Hey man, I know some people on that list, and I'm gonna say this: they coming to get you. They coming to get you.
And I remember being in the mortgage industry, and I was doing loans for people, but I never did any no income, no asset, no money, all that other. I didn't do any of that. I always did full document loans, whether it's been with a 12 months bank statements or pay stubs, tax returns. You had to show me. You know what I'm saying? But there were so many times that guys were making up information.
Yeah.
And when you sit there and you see the FBI coming into a place to arrest people, it didn't make you feel good that you didn't do it. It made you feel like, oh, man. I remember a guy sitting down in front of me saying, yeah, such and such sent me up here to do this loan. I said, I do have the proper documentation. He give it to me. He said, yeah, they made this for me downstairs. I said, excuse me? He said, yeah, such and such made this pay stub for me downstairs. I said, well, based on the information that you just give me, I can't do this loan.
Can't do it. Don't do it, man. Don't do
it. I said, well, I don't know who made it for you, and I don't want to hear. I want plausible deniability. I said, but I cannot do this loan. And he got up and walked out. He was a little angry. But I called the guy and I said, hey, listen, man, he just said you made this stuff for him. So you need to call him and have a conversation. Because I cannot do this loan. Come on, Craig, man, you should be. No, I can't. And I won't. And nobody in my office will do this loan.
Do not do it, man. Nope. They're gonna get you hemmed up. They're gonna get you hemmed up. Look out for a homeboy. Gonna get you hemmed up.
Nefarious behavior. That's some people can live in that. Once they cross the lines are no longer blurred for some. You know how some will cross the line and they'll come back. Then you have the ones that cross the line a couple times and come back. Then you have crossed the line and that line is no longer visible.
Yeah.
They go to a place of no return.
Yep.
Because the money is so good.
Yep.
Or the
it's like being a lawyer.
And they didn't get caught.
Yeah.
It's like being a lawyer. Lawyer ain't got no morals, man. I can't be no lawyer, man. I got too much morals and values, man.
That's the difference. Good night, Almighty. My goodness.
Yeah, man.
Those people, man, they're a different type of people.
Yeah.
They're a different type of people.
Yeah.
How do you sleep at night? That's like how do you sleep at night knowing that you put an innocent person in prison? Knowing it.
Or you got a person that wasn't innocent out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and you let him go.
You let him go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do it, bro. I can't. I could be like the attorney that do accidents, collisions, and everything. But I can't be a criminal attorney. No. Mofo, if you did it, I can't rock with you if you did it. It's too much evidence. It show you did it. I'm gonna sit there, man. The jury wouldn't believe me. You know what I'm saying? It get to a point. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. He did it. He did it.
My bad. He told me. He confessed. My bad. I know I lose my life.
I can't do it, man. I would not be able to convince the jury, man. No. I would not be able to convince the jury.
A guy told me one time. He said, "Man, pray for me. I'm about to go to court." I said, "What's up?" He said, "Yeah, I killed my ex-girlfriend, and I threw the gun in the pond, and man, just pray for me that I get off." I said, "Excuse me?" I said, "Didn't you know?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, I can't throw up no prayers for that."
No.
I'm sorry, man. I can't throw up no prayers for that.
You praying for a different person on that one. Yeah.
Dang. And when he got to court, his homeboy told the people where he threw the gun. They drugged the pond and found him. Yeah. That's justice.
Yep. Yeah. And I'm telling him, boy. I tell my brother that. I said, look, boy, if you do something like criminal wise, kill someone, don't tell me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell. Look at I can't have that on my conscience.
You can call me a snitch all you want.
Yeah, you call me all you want, man. Hey,
I would get in that room and start singing like a canary.
Yeah.
Do not tell me, but I cannot have that on my conscience, man. I don't see how people commit these heinous acts and just go go home and like act like nothing happened, man.
Like nothing happened. Wash their hands. I know a guy that said after he shot somebody, he peed on his hands, so the gunpowder or something like that.
Hey, I can't do it, bro.
Nah.
But the only way I can do harm to somebody if it's a threat to me or my family.
Yeah.
That's the only, and I won't feel bad about it.
No, you can't.
That's the only way.
Protecting your family.
Yeah.
You're
protecting your family. It's not about harming the other person. It's about protecting your family.
Yeah. That's the only way, and I can sleep that same night. You know, if I harm somebody to the point they lost their life because you put me in a threatening situation or my family, I can sleep that night. I don't care. But just to be doing over argument, over some bull jive, I can't do it, man.
No. It's easy. Hey, you know, for some, it's easy to pull that trigger.
Yeah. And they don't know how to fight.
Right. They don't fight no more, man.
Yeah.
They don't fight no more.
Let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell you something funny. This is a funny story. We was doing in-service at work, and we always do scenarios. And everybody else, we had a scenario with a guy being aggressive towards us. We going to the scene, and a guy being aggressive towards us, right? And he grabs like an object that's considered deadly force, and so we got to pretty much make a decision whether we're gonna draw our guns or draw our taser. I watch everybody else do it. Some people draw their guns, some people draw their tasers out. When it came to my time, I'm already like, I'm to the point it actually feel real to me, right? So he coming at me with a threatening manner. I drew out my taser and I thought about it. I put it back in. I back up, start putting my hands up. Ready to fight. So the sergeant, he cut the scenario. He said, "Damn, Miller, you the first one." I said, "What?" He said, "Man, you say fuck the damn weapons. You want to fight?" I said, "Ain't nothing but a fucking stick he got in his hand. What that gonna do to me?"
Let's go ahead and go.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go, man. Let's knuckle up, man. Go ahead, shooting and tasing. Let's knuckle up.
Knuckle up.
Let's knuckle up. That's how I grew up, man. I grew up knuckling up, man. Ain't no gun, ain't no none of that stuff, man. We threw hands, bro.
Yeah, I remember the cop who shot that young lady she was about to beat up or stab somebody or something like that. She was beating him up and she grabbed a knife to stab him, and he shot her like 4 times in the back.
Oh, you talk about he came up to the scene and they was out there fighting and she was stabbing somebody? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Taser.
Yeah, he could have tasered. He could have. But I think she came at him, right?
No, she had a back turn.
Okay, we must talk about something else. I remember seeing a video. The cop came up to the scene and it was an argument going on between 2 ladies. And the girl she was actually stabbing the girl. He drew his gun. He told her to back up off of her. So she back up on her. She started running towards him. And that's when he shot her. Oh. I thought we was talking about that one, but I didn't see that video. You got to show me that one. The one you talking about.
It might be the same one, but I thought he hit her in the back.
No, this girl came at him.
He may have hit her in the front, and then she turned around. He hit her in the back.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's an old video, right? If we talking about the same one.
Might be the same one.
Might be. Send it to me. Send it to me when we done. Send it to me. And I'll let you know that's the same one I'm talking about.
But do they do training videos based on some of these videos? Scenarios?
Yeah, like the when the new guys come in, they show videos of everything going on. Like something new pop up, they show that. Like when I first came in law enforcement, right? That situation that happened in Colombia with the trooper, You remember he stopped the guy at the gas station. The guy was reaching to get his license, and he started shooting at him.
Right.
They show us that video. That literally happened a couple of days before I went to the academy.
Right.
Yeah, so they were like, "Don't do this shit." You know what I'm saying? They would tell us, "Don't do this." Say, "This is stupid." They call them dumbasses. You know what I'm saying? All right, they'd be like, "Okay, here's a dumbass for the week." They play the video.
And that was a female, right?
No, it was a man. It was a guy. He did 10 years, I believe.
Oh, okay. Because I know I saw a female dude as well. The guy was reaching in his car. She said, "Get your license," and because he was out of the car, and he went to get it, and she shot him in the back. And that's when she realized. Yeah, she realized. Oh my God.
Did she say, "Oh shit, I shot him"?
Yeah.
Okay, I know you're talking about. At that point, I don't know why. I don't think she meant to do it, to be honest with you, because she simply said, "Oh shit, I shot him." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As soon as she did it. So I don't think she meant to do it. But I still don't understand why she was reaching for anything. He was just gonna get his. She told him to get his license. That's the part I don't understand.
Right.
Yeah.
So I know exactly what you're talking about. I was telling my wife, I said, "Damn, I think she was reaching for a taser," but I thought about it. I said, "Well, she told the guy to get a license. What's she reaching for? Anything? You know what I'm saying?" Yeah.
Right. And is it difficult to reach for your taser versus your gun?
Hell no. I put it like this. In the moment, when your adrenaline pumping, you probably don't realize what you're grabbing for, to be honest with you. But for me, I already know my gun is on my strong side and my taser is on my weak side. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's how it's supposed to be. So some people do carry their gun and taser on the same side, which I don't understand that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because because that will cause a lot of confusion. Yeah.
You begging
for
a
Highway Patrol, we carry our weapon, our duty weapon on our strong side, which would be my right hand side, and our taser on our weak side. Yeah, so
makes sense.
But you can still tell the weight, man. The gun is much heavier than the damn taser. You know what I'm saying? It is much heavier than the taser, man. But like I said, adrenaline, and then you got people that ain't never been in a situation like that. Officers ain't never been in a situation like that. That's why we get trained. We have stress tests for situations like that. You know what I'm saying? We get trained in it.
But that was a training officer not long ago.
It don't matter. It's a lot of people that have been in law enforcement for years that never been in a situation where they had to draw a gun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you don't really want to be in a situation like that.
You don't want to.
Yeah, you don't want to be.
Yeah, you don't want to. I've been in it one time. That's when I've been in Orangeburg. You know what I'm saying? Just one time. And I've been in law enforcement for almost 13 years now.
Yeah, my niece, she's in Florence. She's on the force there.
Yeah.
And they call her RoboCop. You got to meet her, man. You would say RoboCop.
She bought a book.
Man. I think she'll give me a ticket.
Hey, I know some people like that, man. I know some cats that, man, get their mama a ticket, man.
Yeah, I think it gives them some clout.
Yeah, man.
I did this. Nah,
hey, I've been doing this too long, man. I'll write you a ticket, but if you want a butthole to me, and depending on what I'm writing you for, I can work with you, man. I can work with you. I want somebody. This is my thing, man. You're always dealing with somebody, mother, father, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, cousin, whatever, grandmother, grandfather, whatever. So I would treat them the way I would want an officer to treat my loved ones. That's how I go about it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
You don't know who you're dealing with, man.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, one time I pulled over, you remember the bodybuilder, Cedric McMillan? He died 2 years ago. Look him up. I pulled him over in 95. This dude was going 150, man.
Cedric Miller?
Cedric McMillan.
Oh, McMillan.
Yeah. Look him up. He died about 2 years ago on a treadmill.
Heart.
Yeah, heart. Yep.
More likely with the heart. All that stuff they put in your body.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. It was the heart.
I saw where this bodybuilder a couple months ago was doing squats, squat presses.
Yeah.
And he come up and he press up, and when he came back down, hit the stem, and he died.
Dang.
Yeah. You gotta be careful. I don't push that weight like that no more.
Nah, man. I still push it, man. I only go heavy on squats and deadlifts. That's it. The major body parts. That's it.
I remember what's his name? Ronnie Coleman was doing 800-pound squats, and that's
ridiculous, man. That's why he in the predicament he in now.
Yeah, you see, he's like in a wheelchair.
Yeah, he in a wheelchair. He can't walk hardly, man. That's why he in the predicament in now, man. Look, man, I lift to look good. That's it, man. I ain't trying to break no more records. I ain't trying to do nothing. I'm just lifting to look good, man. That's it, man.
Yeah. I'm lifting up.
Just trying to stay healthy.
I gotta keep them boys off me too, man. I gotta keep my daughter's getting older. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you. No, I was in Virginia and my daughter was dating this guy. She was for the first time she was having a boyfriend come over. And I had a gym downstairs. And so he came over and like said, Daddy's here. I said, well, bring him down here. No, Dad. No. I said, no, I had 275 on that incline.
Oh yeah.
I'm sitting there racking.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I did was a little intimidation. I had to
That's it, man. That's it. Man, I went to my daughter's school one time and she had this is my oldest daughter, she's 16, so this was like last year. Had awards day or something like that. And I went to go see her. And then next day she would tell me, Daddy, all the guys are saying how big you are. I said, oh yeah, they know, huh? As long as they saw me.
Yes, and I want them to.
Yeah, man. They were like, that's your dad? They're like, yeah, he's big, you know.
Yeah.
Man. Huh?
Have to do what we have to do.
Yeah, man, for real.
I hear that.
Well, Vic, we know you got to go.
Yeah. I just want to say this: with football season being over, I don't know what you guys think about spring football. How you feel about that? You gonna watch it or are you gonna?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it, man. I loved it last year. There was some good football, man. The USF, you know, they're together this year.
Yeah. They've combined
this year. Yeah. But man, that was actually some good football. Matter of fact, my old teammate from high school, Tony Carter, he played in NFL with the Broncos. He played in Super Bowl that year when they got it behind kid by the Seattle Seahawks. Played DB, but he's the defensive coordinator for the team in Orlando for the XFL.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Tony Carter. Played at Florida State.
All right.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it, man. You know, still get me ready for it, kind of get my mind off of it till the NFL season pop up, man. You know, we still got the draft coming in April. So, I mean, you know, we still, man, football is year round now, man. It ain't how it used to be. It is year round.
Year round. So, something. So.
And I still watch some old football games on NFL Network, probably some games I didn't see during the season. Seriously. I still watch it, man. I still watch it.
We're not watching on WOC anyway.
I can't wait to watch that Green Bay and Dallas game, man. That playoff game. I gotta watch that again, man. You know, I need some laugh in my life. You know what I'm saying? I need to laugh at something real quick.
Victor, I think that problem that persists earlier.
Hey man, I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah,
I appreciate you guys watching, man. See you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.